here. I love you all. Still pure.
When you fall asleep, you are unaware of sleeping until you awake. During those missing hours, a whole other world comes alive.
Cashback became a feature film because it was very successful on the festival circuit, and people would come up and ask me about Ben and what happened to him, and I started to think it would be quite nice to revisit Ben and maybe make a feature film about Cashback. And the idea was to keep the original short film within the running time of the feature, so that way we already had 20 minutes and we only had to say shoot a beginning and a sort of second half of the movie and edit them around the short, which is weird because the short film in the middle is actually 2 years previous, so there's a couple of cuts that are either side of the short that there's a gap of 2 years.
Nobody would even know that the time had stopped. And when it started back up again, the invisible join would be seamless except for a slight shudder.
If I could stop time, I could finance my next film. I could stop time, take all the money from the bank, finance the next film. Perfect. Metro Manila came about from me being on holiday in the Philippines, and I was struck by how rich and vibrant the city was, and I started to think it was a really interesting place for a movie. And then I saw two armoured truck drivers having an argument on the street, and they had guns and helmets and they were screaming at one another, and I remember thinking it was a really interesting scene. And I'm actually coming back to Czech Republic to make a film in February, so it's sort of historical, dramatic piece set in the Second World War about the resistance, so I'm very excited about that.
He wasn't a director at home. He was a director only in his work. His creative style was very much to decide what to do on the spot. He didn't work with a script. He never liked to work with a script. Of course, had some idea what to do, but mostly decided right then with what was available what to shoot. My favorite film is To Be Alive, and it's a difficult film to describe, but it's in a way a perfect film because it describes what human life is about growing up, about marriage, about discovery, about nature. I know that this sounds very broad, but this is what it's about. In 18 minutes it was very successful, and this is the film that won his Oscar.
Get in the hole! You're the man!
Hello, my name is Frank and I'm really happy to be on Letní filmová škola, and you can see I'm smiling because the festival is great and I'm so happy to be here. I would like to thank Association of Czech Film Clubs to show my film here. It's a documentary about me and my music group and what happened with us in the time of a big crisis. And I'm also glad that the film will go to the Czech cinemas in the early November. So I hope that all fans and everybody who's interested in the music and creative artistic process will come to the cinema and see the film, because the film is true. There is no lie and no imagination. Everything you see in the film happened to us, and it was very complicated time for us, but then we just survived and everything was okay, and this is what the film is about. So please enjoy Frank. My name is Frank, and I would be pleased to see you in the Czech cinemas in November. Thanks.